There's two things I'm going to try to accomplish today on my car. One is try to figure out why it doesn't seem like the alternator is charging the battery. And also, my T-top, there's some silver on it, so I'm going to paint all of that black. So when I get my weather stripping put on, it's all uniform. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Pretty much all up in here, just when the car was painted. If this doesn't get painted, you're gonna see it still. You know, the weather stripping is gonna lay in here, but it's gonna tuck underneath of here. So I'm gonna paint that. Same with over here. I'm not gonna paint the trim, but just where the weather stripping goes is all. This is the alternator that's on here. What I'm hoping is going on, I'm actually hoping that everything's working right. Maybe the alternator just isn't supplying enough voltage. The car, it's got fuel injection, it's got electric fuel pump, it's got a lot of stuff to power. You know, it's got dual electric fans. So I would understand if the alternator just wasn't doing its job. So I might take that off. I might just take it in, have it tested, see what it's putting out. I don't know what this car actually requires though. I do have an alternator over here. That's a Power Master one. I know that's a good one. I might get lucky and just have to switch this, the pulley off, since this is for a V-built. But I don't know if it makes a difference, because I believe this alternator is a CS130 if I'm not mistaken. And then I forgot what that alternator is called, but it's just the older style. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, great. The weather stripping is going to go up. So just to make life a little easier, I just masked it off where the weather stripping is gonna lay, so you're not gonna see it either way. But that lip, I did paint all that. Touched up the screws, so everything for the most part looks kind of a little bit more uniform. These alternators get their own ground wire. Now I'm going to take this into a local shop and have them test it. So I took my alternator in to have it tested. The guy said he ran it 3 times. It absolutely failed. So I'll show you the results that he gave me. He gave me a printout. Failed, passed. So that's not good. Pretty much that's what it's putting out, 11.2 volts. The alternator has like no miles on it pretty much. So I'll go ahead and call up the supplier or the manufacturer and see what they have to say. There's not really a whole lot I can do with my alternator issue right now. I was gonna try to install the alternator off of a different vehicle, but because you need threads in one part of the alternator. Let's see if I can show you this. That top ear, it's threaded on this one. This is a CS130 style alternator. And then I got this alternator over here. I'm trying to pick this up with one hand. This is not threaded, so there's nothing I can do with this alternator. It would, I'm sure it would go on. It might have to be clocked differently, but it is a good alternator. I mean, it'd have to have this replaced too, since this is for a V built and the other one's for a serpentine belt. But other than that, I don't have another alternator I can use. So either way, that's probably all I'm gonna do on this vehicle today. Maybe I'll find something else I can work on out here. So take it easy.